We've done quite a few of these types of smartwatches now. Some make it and some tend to be just more of the same. So where does the Cubot ID 206 sit in comparison to other low budget smartwatches, whether it be feature set, design or value for money? Let's find out in this review, unboxing and accuracy test. Stay tuned. What's up guys, welcome back to Tech It Easy. Another smartwatch in for review today. This is the Cubot ID 206. So let's jump into an unboxing and see what we get with our smartwatch. Do remember, if you find yourself enjoying the video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. So the Cubot ID 206, very similar to the sorts of things we've seen before. One feature that does instantly stand out though is the Alexa support. This isn't something we tend to see on smartwatches at this price point, so that could be the ID 206's standout feature. And I will chat more about that feature later on in the video. Inside the box though, everything is as you'd expect. You have the watch itself, some manuals and a charging puck. And that's really all there is to it. Design wise, it obviously takes on a more Apple Watch approach here and is very similar to the Realme Watch 2 Pro we reviewed a couple of weeks ago. Nice big screen measuring in at 1.7 inches, and it also comes with a physical crown button on the side for stepping back and powering on and off, though twisting the crown won't actually do anything like on the Apple Watch. I do like that it's not overly thick, it feels comfortable on the wrist. Rubber straps are okay too, wouldn't expect anything else at this price point though of course, and that price point is sitting around the £30 mark at the moment. Lastly, the build quality feels pretty much as you'd expect. Not blowing my mind, but can appreciate that some thought has gone into the materials used here. I think it will survive a few knocks and bangs with ease. Now, we do have a heart rate accuracy test coming up later on in the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But before that, let's quickly go over the features and specifications of the Cubot ID 206. So we have 5 ATM waterproofing, so you can take this swimming with you, which is pretty cool for a watch at this price point. We also have Alexa voice assistant that I talked about at the start of the video. That is probably the big feature of this watch, to be honest. It will give you a more flagship-like experience, could be pretty handy for some people, especially if you have lots of smart devices around your home. You can of course get call, email and text notifications, although worth pointing out that you cannot take calls on the watch like you would with say a Galaxy Watch. Other important bits, we have 18 days worth of battery life and up to 55 to 60 days of standby time, which is pretty extreme, big fan of that. 14 different sports modes. In comparison to other watches in its price category, it sort of sits in the low to mid end if workout modes are important to you. Lastly, we have all the tracking features you might expect, such as heart rate tracking, blood oxygen and sleep tracking. The heart rate tracking is actually continuous too, so that is a bonus. There are other features of course that you can explore on the watch too, such as a media controller, camera shutter, stress management and a few other bits. Now the ID 206 looks pretty good on paper, but how does it do when it's put through a heart rate and SpO2 accuracy test? Let's find out. To do this, I will be using my trusty O2 ring that the guys at Wellu provided me for a previous video. It's medical grade and gives live readings of heart rate and SpO2 straight to my phone. Okay, so here it is, the Cubot ID 206. So let's start off with the heart rate accuracy. As always, I do several off-camera tests too to make sure everything is fair, but got to say, first impressions are really good. It's currently performing better than some more expensive devices like the TicWatch E3, which is pretty phenomenal when you think about it. Occasionally it does need to catch up with itself, but very few discrepancies here. Personally really impressed with the heart rate accuracy. Now for the SpO2, definitely not quite as impressive as the heart rate sensor, but it gets in the ballpark. Only thing that concerns me is that it's consistently several percent out, which from testing many other smartwatches rarely happens in an SpO2 test. So at least from this test, it's one of the less accurate watches that I've tested when it comes to SpO2. That being said, it is a £30 watch, so it'll be absolutely fine for some general health monitoring. It is in the ballpark each time, so I'm certainly not going to tell you to not buy this watch because of the SpO2 accuracy. So that's the accuracy test out the way. Pretty pleasantly surprised with the heart rate accuracy there. Bit of a shame about the SpO2 accuracy, but I would argue that that feature isn't going to be as important to people. But do let me know in the comment section what you think of SpO2 monitoring. Now, the verdict. Should you buy a Cubot ID 206? Overall, it has the green light from me. It's a very affordable, competitive smartwatch for its price category. I'm not a huge fan of the UI and OS, but at the same time, as I keep saying, you really do have to take into account the price and value for money here. And it really does get top marks in that category. So really, if you're looking for a smartwatch for just some general health monitoring, I think this will be more than adequate. I think for the price, you are getting a lot of smartwatch and features. But do let me know in the comment section what you think of the Cubot ID 206. Would you buy a smartwatch at this price point, or would you go for a more flagship experience? Before we go, if you could quickly leave a cheeky like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, that would really help me out. For now though, I've been Alex, this has been Take It Easy. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.